Imagine you have severe pain in your arm. The pain keeps getting worse, and you can't deal with it on your own anymore. You decide to ask for help, but people keep saying things like, everyone's arm hurts sometimes, you'll be okay. It's just an excuse to stay in bed and not do your work. I saw you hold something yesterday, how bad could it be? You even, in passing, hear one friend say, frankly, I think people with arm pain are dangerous and should be locked up. You come to understand that people are uncomfortable talking about it and are afraid of the idea of physical illness. The next time one of your friends sees you, they say, hey, your arm's looking a little purple, are you okay? Rather than risk facing the consequences of telling them the truth, you just say, yeah, I'm fine. For many people with mental illness, this is their reality. Because of the words and actions of the people and media in their life, they come to believe that their struggle is shameful or it doesn't matter. They're afraid of people judging, fearing, rejecting, or ignoring them. Mental illness isn't contagious, and with support from community and health services, it can be very treatable. You can't catch it from talking about it, so we should start that conversation. My name is Mary McCarthy. I'm a senior psych major at St. Mary's, and this is my comfort bunny, Carl, the result of one of the many health services available at our campus. I'm the president of the club Active Minds. We are one chapter of the national organization Active Minds that aims to end the stigma against mental illness on college campuses. Monday, October 5th, 2015 is National Day Without Stigma. Today, myself and my fellow Active Minds members encourage you to stand with us, fight the stigma, and change the conversation about mental health. The World Health Report defines stigma as a mark of shame, disgrace, or disapproval, which results in an individual being rejected, discriminated against, and excluded from participating in a number of different areas of society. The negative image of mental health in our culture has created a stigma that threatens the 1 in 4 Americans that have a diagnosable mental health disorder in a given year. It prevents people from speaking up and getting the help they need. On our campus, 1 in 3 students have some form of diagnosable mental illness. I told that statistic to one person who responded, wow, that's scary. It's not. We know that 1 in 3 students has a diagnosable mental illness because so many of us, myself included, are making use of the free psychiatric services our school provides. I, for one, am thrilled that so many of our students are able to ask for help and that our school is willing and able to provide it. This issue affects our entire community. Roughly 67% of college students who are feeling suicidal will tell a friend before anyone else. Please try to be someone that your friends can turn to if they are in crisis. You may be surprised who comes to you. It may be a friend you never knew was struggling and who you always thought was happy and healthy. Many people feel the need to hide their mental illness from the world by forcing a smile and saying, I'm fine, I'm just tired. There are amazing, strong people on our campus who have to fight every day to get out of bed. They have to fight for the energy to shower, to feed themselves, to go outside. They are fighting for their lives, and that is an exhausting endeavor. It's our responsibility as a community to support them, even if it's just by making our campus a place where no one is afraid to speak out, reach out, and ask for help. So today we ask all of you to try and fight this stigma that is on our campus, in our home, affecting our community. Firstly, you can do this by choosing your words carefully. Avoid using psychiatric conditions as adjectives like, I'm a little bit OCD sometimes, or this class makes me so ADD. You may like order and have trouble paying attention when something is boring, but people who have these conditions, it affects their life and they have to deal with it every day, and you're belittling them by using it as adjectives. Acknowledge the person before the condition by saying my friend with bipolar disorder rather than my bipolar friend. But also don't share your friend's mental illnesses with others without their express permission. Avoid using words like crazy, psycho, schizo, nuts, lunatic, insane, particularly when talking about people. It just has an inherently negative connotation. It's very different to say, that was a crazy test, than saying, I met this girl who was so crazy. Don't joke about suicide. Saying, I'm going to kill myself if he tells me another story about his family, or doing when you're really bored, is so disrespectful to people who struggle with suicide or have lost someone to suicide. Again, you never know who has been affected by mental illness. Secondly, you can listen if one of your friends reaches out to you for help. This might not be as blatant as them saying, I need help. It might just be one of your friends saying, I've been pretty down lately. Don't just say, oh, me too, exams suck, right? Ask them why. Ask them if they're okay and what you can do to help. Just probe a little further and see if your friend really is struggling in a way that they can't deal with it themselves. They shouldn't have to go through it alone. But neither should you. If you or a friend is having a psychological emergency, there are plenty of resources available to you. The following numbers are going to be listed in the description below. If your emergency is happening between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, go to the Wellness Center or call them at 240-895-4289. For non-emergencies, even if you just need a little bit of help dealing with the stress of college, the Wellness Center is a fantastic resource. The office associates, Anne and Marguerite, are wonderful to talk to. The counselors Maria, Lori, Rachel, and Kyle each provide a unique approach to counseling, and the psychiatric nurse practitioner Sabrina can help you decide if medication is a psychiatric tool you may want to consider. If you're having an emergency after hours, you can contact your RA or call Public Safety at 240-895-4911 to get in touch with the on-call professional, a staff member who's been trained to deal with psychiatric emergencies and can help you decide what to do for yourself or your friend. Walden Sierra is the local 24-hour crisis hotline, and their number is 301-863-6661. The National Suicide Hotline, of course, is 1-800-273-TALK. From October 5th to the 9th, Active Minds will be tabling in the campus center during lunch and dinner times. We will have information about mental health and are more than willing to have a conversation with you about it. You can participate in our Cards Against Stigma project. We will also be selling things like journals and jewelry to raise money for some of the great programs we want to bring to our campus, such as movie screenings, speakers, Post Secret U, etc. If you want to join Active Minds, we meet Monday nights, 8:30 in Good Pastor 186. You don't have to attend meetings to help with or enjoy our programs. And one final message from Carl and Active Minds. Please, if you need help, speak up. You're not alone.